Good morning, viewers. I am Saraswati, working as assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science and Technology. Now we are going to see about the topic is files in Python programming. Files. File is a nothing but used to store the data or information or used to store the raw data. The files, it may be a text file, binary file and CSV file. These are the three classifications of a file. Binary files are zeros and ones. CSV files are system generated files. The topics to be discussed. What is file? Text file in Python. How to read and write the files into the Python. Why we are using this terminology. File. File is a used to store the data is a named location. The data will be stored in a memory that is called random access memory, which is lost when the data or when the computer stand up. The data is in the file is persistent storage of data. The file handling mechanism, file objects and modeling. File modeling. The file handling mechanisms are read, write, and then append, extract, traversal, compress and extract. These are the file handling mechanisms. Text file. In working with a text file, it involves reading the content from one file to another file or appending the content from one file to another file. The open function is used to open the file into that read mode. The open the file in a read mode. Read function read the content of the file and finally assume whether the code inside it runs no matter what. Python handles the input output and functions. These are the input output is a built-in open function which returns a file object. These are the file handling mechanisms using a statement to ensure the files are closed automatically and mocking file operations for testing. File input output prototype and testing. Test the prototype with the unit test cases. Test the files into the unit test cases. Why we have to read the content of the file? The files, it may be a text file or binary file. By using the read command, we have to read the contents of the text file. The text file is a characters or strings. Binary file is nothing but a 0 or 1. The scenario is we are closing a Python program, all the data into the variables is lost. So we have to store the data permanently after the program ends. Saving the student, for example, the file saving operation will be a, very important task. For example, student mark list program, employee payroll, employee database system, course reservation system, etc. And stock billing system. Recording a login history, storing a data log or analysis. These are the some of the real-time examples of a file handling mechanisms. We need to way to store, read and update data permanently using a Python program. Problem statement. The file handling mechanism to perform the operations like create a file, read the content from a file, write the data from a file, append a content into the file, and close the file permanently. This operation open a file invoking a function open offer under the mode read, write, append and read plus. Read, write, append and read plus. Store the student record and log the user actions. Save the sensor reading in a IoT project. These are the real world use cases of the Python programming in file content. Read data, read off and read line. Read line under the mode on the read mode. F dot read off. F dot read off. Write data. Write off write lines. Write off write lines. F dot write off hello. The hello message will be write into that file F. W comma A. Close a file. Close function. F dot close. The modes of file modes are read mode, write mode, read append. That is read plus and then write plus and then append mode. Writing a file. Writing a data into a file. F is equal to open of. F is equal to open of student.text.w. WSC open a file into the write mode for writing the content. F dot write of name Arjun, course CSE, marks 92. The data will be stored into the file student.txt. Print the data written successfully. Reading a data. F is equal to open of student.txt. And we are storing the data. After that, read the content into the file. F dot read. We are invoking the function F dot read. F dot read. The print of data. Once the data will be read means close the file. F dot close. Appending a new content. F is equal to data F is equal to open of student.txt comma append mode. F dot write. F dot write adding a email. The email content will be stored into the file in the student.txt. The student.txt contains four data. Name is Arjun, course is CSE, marks is 92, and the email ID is arjun@example.com. After that, closing a function f.close. Test. Once the file can be executed and performing the read and writing operation. After that, testing, evaluating and improving the progress. Check the data saved permanently in the student.txt. Can you open and view it even after the program ends? Try to modify the file manually and read the content again. Enhancing. Write the data to avoid manual closing. Use splitness and try working with the CSV or JSON files for structured data. The file opener. These are the sample MCQ questions in the file concept. Create a new file. Create a new file is called open a file for writing. Which mode is used to write a file without overwriting? Answer is C. These are the reference link. Thank you.